Hey there guys, it's Salis, and welcome back to Retro Wednesdays. Today we're looking at a game brought to us by Traveller's Tales and Saigonsis. I don't know how to pronounce that name is weird. This is Puggsy. That's Puggsy's spaceship right there, because, as we all know, in the 90s everything had to feature aliens. So, allow me to fill you in on the story of Puggsy. Puggsy is an alien who, as you can see, has crash-landed on Earth. How many games in the 90s did we see with that kind of storyline? But not just any Earth. This is an Earth which seems to live in the same kind of realm as the TV show Bucky O'Hare. And that fills my quota for obscure references for the day. I do have a problem with this game, despite me loving it quite so much. First being this. Passwords are 27 characters long. You do not need 27 characters for a Genesis game. The only reason I can think they did this is so no one would guess the password and get straight to the end. You'll remember Zombies Ate My Neighbours, which I did a while ago. Only had 4-letter passwords and they were good. They were easy to remember and you didn't need to write them the hell down. Now, this is a password I found inside the game case on a sticky note which I wrote when I was about 10. This is actually the end game password, so you won't see any of the boss fights in this video, but to be fair, the game's so good you're going to have to play it. I'm sorry, you are. But anyway, getting back to the story. Puggsy's crash landed on the Bucky O'Hare version of Earth, and his spaceship has been kidnapped by raccoons. It's still in perfectly functional condition, it's just been kidnapped by raccoons. And of course he's now on a quest to get the spaceship back and get the hell off this retarded planet. So, let's start the game and we'll show you exactly what this quest will entail. You always start on the beach because that's where he crashed. And these 3 levels are literally tutorials. But I will show you the second one just so you get an idea of like how the game works. I'm only going to show you choice levels of this because some of them are fantastic, some of them are fairly hit and miss. Now as you can see, you can pick up guns and use them. Because apparently aliens know all of our backwards technology. But you can also abandon the gun. And that brings us to our second issue. Your only attack when you're unarmed is the butt stomp. And I know that's fairly common for games of like this era, but in order to activate the butt stomp you have to jump and press down. Why the extra button? Why can't you just jump on them? I mean, how many games do we remember from the 90s that had just jump on them to kill them? Let's see. Sonic, Mario, and a whole heap of other games that are much more successful than Puggsy. The exit of each level is a raccoon shrine. You know, because you can. And when you complete the level, depending on what item you're carrying through, you get a point score bonus. Once you complete all the tutorial missions, you get to here. The Cove, which has arguably one of my favourite tracks in terms of its music from this game. So let's have a look at the Cove. Yeah, I really do love the music for this game. You're going to have to forgive me for that. But I do. And we're introduced to a new type of enemy. Seagulls. Now, these are ones you cannot use the butt stomp on. Because they don't stay on the ground for very long. What you can do, however, is whatever item you happen to be carrying at the time, you can launch it into the air with a super throw, which only works if you're pressing up and drop. So Puggsy, even if he doesn't have a weapon, can still deal with enemies in this game, which is kind of handy. Personally, I prefer the gun, just for the sound effect and the fact that it's a flintlock pistol. But and just Just so you're aware, that isn't just the case of, oh, it's a flintlock pistol because you're on a pirate theme level. That's the only real gun. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of back and forth in this game, but it does reward you. Because... Get up, Puggsy. There we go. Because you get these keys, and keys are, of course, good. Right, let's just knock this down. There we are, kill a seahorse, of course. Now, I've made a bit of a faux pas here, because I've knocked the key down, but I forgot they bounce. In fact, everything bounces in this game. It's quite freaky. So, as you can see, no key. What's the key for, you might ask? Well, this is one of the best things about the game. It's not very linear. I mean, it's linear to a point because it's... well, it's fairly basic by today's standards. The key is for that chest. And chests always contain things worth a very high point score at the end. But I've dropped it down here and can't get back up. This I did want to show you. Now I can't remember how many shots I've got left in this gun. I think I've got 1 bullet left. Because the guns aren't infinite. They have about 5 shots and then they break. Like I said, between 4 or 5. Now, that golden raccoon shrine is a bonus level. But because I've got the endgame password, I've already unlocked the bonus level I want to show you. Now, that flagon of mead, I've got to show you this, is a weapon. Feel the mead! You literally throw beer at them. Which does actually bring me nicely on to the next thing I want to show you. You can take 3 items through the door at the end by stacking them. And obviously it all contributes to your point score. I would have got 200 points if that mead flagon had been filled, but I wanted to show you how it worked. So let's take a look at that bonus stage. Now, the bonus stages in this game, the idea is every single one of them has a way for you to get an extra life, near enough. Treasure Trove, not so much. Because in Treasure Trove, there are 2 items in chests. There is 1 key. So, it does require 2 run-throughs to get these. But that's just the nature of the beast. So let's just open that chest there, get the special key for the pink chest. Yeah, different chests need different keys. Bronze chest, skull key. Pink chest, normally better items have the magic key. And in this instance, the magic key opens this chest, which gives us boots. Now the boots are a massive bonus. They increase your run speed as well as giving you an extra hit point of damage. With the boots on, if you take a hit, you just lose the boots. But, bear with me and I'll be right back with you. As you can see, I've got the 100 points. Right. I'm going to run through Treasure Trove again and I'll show you the other item. Hold on. Right, there we go. Treasure Trove's done. And you might be wondering, what is that bizarre phone you seem to be holding? Oh, it's not a phone. It's a pair of styling 90s sunglasses. These are the only accessories you can get for Puggsy the entire game, but they do increase the amount of damage you can take. So now I can take 3 hits before I lose a life. So let's see how these work in an actual level. Let's try the Redwoods. As you can see, I look absolutely fantastic right now. Right, everything, remember, is out to kill you. So, time it right, Salis. Oh, I forgot their flight pattern's not uniform. Ah, can't hit it on the upswing, apparently. Oh, what's in the house? A gun! That's handy. I forgot you can go in the houses. Come here, you flying vermin. As you see, I've just lost my boots. Right, these guys are annoying as hell. They just drop things on you. I don't know what they're supposed to be. I know that's supposed to be a woodpecker. The woodpeckers, by the way, are probably the only thing in this game that's passive. Anything in here? Other than the gun I just picked up. Oh, more shades. That's handy. Anything else? Right, if I missed something back at the start, right, don't get hit by the acorn or you'll lose your styling shades. Aha, another gun. That's no good. Because to get to the end of this level, if I remember rightly, you have to get past the fire. And what with this being the 90s, there is only one source of fire prevention. And that is a squirt gun. So I need to find the squirt gun. There's the squirt gun. So let's get an item to knock that down with. I shall use what remains of this gun, because this gun is going to be pretty useless to me now. Flick the switch, activate the fan, blow the squirt gun down. Now, like I said, the only real gun is the flintlock pistol. But there are other weapons. For example, this squirt gun. But they have a much more limited ammo capacity. Namely, 3 shots as opposed to 4 or 5. And there are other weapons, I just can't remember all of them. But I will show you the funniest one. The only one where ammo is unlimited. There we go, just use the pump and fill up my water pistol again. There we go, squirt gun done. Next I'm going to put out the last of the fire. There we go, grab my flintlock pistol. And we're going up here, I think. My memory really sucks. Yes, there we go. You can use any item as well as a platform, which is really good. Because some of the places you have to reach in this game are hidden. And you can only get them by stacking items to the floor. So let's take this out. There we go, item bonus, done. Now I think I want to show you some of the more funny levels. This one is great. It's called Wabbit's World, which is obviously a reference to Elmer Fudd of Looney Tunes fame. And this is where the infinite ammo gun comes in. As you can see, it fires Z's. Some people think it's lightning, but... well, it is lightning, but I don't think it's a sleepy gun. Because you've got to kill the rabbits, because they'll only get in your way. And this level has a really annoying thing about it. And it's deliberately annoying, so I can forgive it for that. Namely, you've got to get a heart in this bonus stage, which is obviously an extra life. Because hearts are always life, for some reason. Anyone would think Puggsy needed the blood. But the whole level is covered in apples. And apples look deliberately like hearts. Whoa, not though, whoa. Not going to miss the platform. Yeah, so you often end up in a situation whereby you accidentally grab an apple thinking it's a heart, causing you to have to rerun the level, but there we go. See, the heart's up there, but this is the apple. Just see why this gets a little confusing. Right, now, yes, there's an apple in here. And get a third apple. Anything else in here I can use? Nope. I've got to figure out how to get up there. And I think I know how. I just need another apple. Because as you can see, you can also use your items in your hand as a climbing tool. There we go. Just gotta wait for the platform to come back, and I'll show you how to get the heart. Right. Up. Onto here. Oh, I don't seriously need another apple, do I? Looks like you do. Right, back over. Yeah, some of these things are a little annoying. But now I've got a stack of 4 items up there, so I should have a good enough ladder. Oh, no, don't fall, apple. Whew. That could have ended badly. Right, stack that on the gun. Apple on the apple. No! Didn't want to do that. Right, let's just try stacking apples and take the gun up with us. Because that might work better. Ah, yes, I can use the gun as a stepping stone. Right, up, up, up. Why did that get pushed down? Come on, Puggsy. You're better than this. You were a cool alien in the 90s, remember? You've got sunglasses and everything. There we go. Right. And you. Thank you. Right, let's drop the gun off here. And grab the heart. There's no fall damage in this game, which is fantastically good, because you do a lot of falling. There we go. I've got an extra life and 400 points for the ray gun. There are a lot of silly references in this game as well, so that's kind of always good. Just got to find... There we go. I think it's that one. Yeah. This level, this bonus level, sorry, Pugs in Space. Yet more awesome music. What do you think this could possibly be referencing? There is actually a Space Invaders minigame in this. It's great. But as you can see, everything's kind of like earthified, which is kind of cool. Like, the mothership's a car. You got like soda cans and waffles. All with faces. They are... Oh, that waffle is freaking me out now. I'm looking at it. And that's the whole point of this level. You shoot down the big, like, brain thing in the middle and get the heart off it. That is literally the entire level. And you even get a point bonus for carrying the Space Invaders paddle thing. That's great. So yeah, this has been my look at Puggsy on the Sega Genesis. And this one's actually been recorded a bit differently to how I normally do my Retro Wednesdays videos. In that I'm actually using the Genesis and my HD PVR to capture this. Normally I'll put it through Kega Fusion, which is my emulator of choice. Unfortunately, this game is unemulatable. And if you just bear with me, I will show you why. So here we are with the emulated version. This is running through Kega Fusion. Unfortunately, the only emulatable ROM does this. I've played all the way through the Cove, but as soon as you try to go to a different level... Okay, that's enough of the levels of Puggsy you're allowed to play. Now go and play a cartridge version of this game instead of this silly copy. Until then, bye. Yeah, Traveller's Tales actually released the original ROM, and it's still the only working one. Obviously this is to combat piracy, but it also limits your ability to play it unless you've managed to, like me, hold on to a working Genesis. And to be fair, they are right, it is a silly copy, because a lot of it has changed in this version. Like, Puggsy's jump is somewhat anemic. A lot of the items have deliberately been changed. Like, in the Cove, there's actually a bit where you have to get a match and light a cannon. However, in this version, the match is exhausted and you can't light the cannon to get into the extra area. This is why I wouldn't have been able to show you levels like Pugs in Space or Wabbit's World, something like that, because I wouldn't have been able to get through to this bit. I suppose that's the disadvantage of using an emulator. But if you prefer the new style with the actual Genesis and the actual consoles, then please feel free to let me know in the comments below and I'll try and do more that way. So yeah, this has been my look at Puggsy. Overall, a really, really good game. Few little bugbears with it, but the graphic style's great, the music's great. On a non-emulated version, Puggsy handles really, really well. Enemies are varied. Boss fights are interesting. I'm not going to show you a boss fight because I want you to experience those for yourself, because some of them are hilarious. So, until next Wednesday, I've been Salis. He's been Puggsy. This emulated version is very, very annoying. And I'll see you next time.